Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody this morning? Hey, everyone. I just turned on ads, so everyone's probably getting an ad. So it'll be a little bit, hey, Mom, I see that my mother is here, which I will say hi again because I'm watching my screen. Oh, no, there was no ad this morning. Sweet. Good morning, Linda Robinson, who I'm going to go visit today because I sold something on eBay. And it's at her house. So I keep doing that. I keep selling things that are not here in my possession. I need to take down everything that my mom and I make together, take down all of her stuff and do inventory to see what I still have here, because some of the stuff, it's gone back to her house and some of it went to the store that she's selling at, a brick and mortar. And I'm like, I'm confused about what I actually physically have here on hand. So I need to do that later today, probably after I get back from her house. So I'll cross my fingers that nothing sells that I don't have while I'm gone. So I hope everybody had a great weekend. I can't believe that it is already, what is today? The 8th of November. I'm just still shocked that it's November. I'm like, where did October go? October just went like the whole summer just flew right by. And I'm just shocked how fast everything seems to be going. Quick. So, all right, let's get going. I have today, I've got eBay. Let me pull up my screen. I know I have eBay. So I had my video on here so I could see. So I got Amazon FBM orders. I've got eBay orders, Etsy, and Facebook, and a Bonanza sale. Bonanza. I haven't had a Bonanza sale in a while. Well, probably a few weeks. They kind of slowed down. Through the spring, I was getting sales all the time. And then the summer, I had almost no Bonanza sales. And then all of a sudden, I started getting a bunch. Not a bunch. I started getting them again. Not a bunch. Good morning, Anissa. And good morning, Holly. Yeah, Holly says you did good this weekend. I did okay this weekend. I wouldn't say, like, I got a lot of sales on platforms, but like Bonanza's one sale, Facebook is only 2, Etsy's only 1, although, you know, I have 3 Etsy stores, and one of them I already packaged the orders for. But I do, and Amazon is only 3. Like, it's real, in my opinion, it's November 8th. I should be seeing more sales than this. And eBay, let me see what eBay is, which I'm going to ask you guys when more people get in here. Again, I oversold something on eBay, and I was just looking to see if I could buy it from another seller and just ship it to this person. Unfortunately, they are in the United Kingdom, and so I had a hard time. There's only one person selling this item, and they don't do international shipping. So the thought that I'm going to ask them to ship to my customer, and by the way, can you do it internationally? And I know in the Facebook groups, people are already like, oh, somebody's a drop shipper, and they like freak out when somebody orders from them. All the drop shippers can come to my store and buy all my stuff, and I will ship it to whoever they want me to ship it to. I have no problem with that. All right, hold on. I got to get, my cat is laying on my clothes. Get off. Don't lay on this. You're going to get cat hair on it. I do so good to keep this stuff away from you. Move. Move. Okay, now you can lay down. I don't want cat hair on my stuff. Alrighty. So, I don't know why people always seem to get freaked out when they find out it's a drop. They're like, they categorize everybody as a drop shipper. And to me, you could send something to, like, I send to my kids. I've sent stuff to my mom. I've sent to just other people. And I'll buy it from eBay and send to them, or even Amazon and send to them. Bed Bath and Beyond and send to them because I get free shipping. So there's all these things that I've done in the past, but it's not drop shipping. I'm like just shipping to somebody else other than myself. And I'm usually pretty upfront. I'll message the seller first on eBay and say, hey, just want to let you know I oversold this item. I sell it in my store also, which, by the way, this seller took my title, because I had an error in my title that I had to go back and fix after, which surprisingly, I sold one of them because I had multiples of these, and I had sold one, and I noticed that the title was wrong. So I went and I forgot a space in between. It was a planner, by the way. In between 2022 and the word craft, there was supposed to be a space, and in here there wasn't. And when I was looking, I noticed they had the same spelling error. So they obviously went to my sold and did sell similar, which I do all the time. So I have no problem with that. And they have their own picture. Yeah, so that's really, really, really stinks that doesn't look like I'm going to be able to find this. And I just went sourcing this weekend for this stuff, and I couldn't find it. I didn't look for this one though, but I would have bought them if I saw them. I actually thought I still had it. Before I cancel, I'm gonna search. I gotta look and see. I may have sold it on Etsy. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, Midlife Picker. Good morning, Sylvia. Welcome, you guys. Holly went to an estate sale on Saturday. It was a hot mess. You have so many estate sales. It seems like you've always go to an estate sale on the weekend. I'm so jealous. There just is not estate sales here. Yeah, I saw where someone copied my description. I changed mine. Yeah, it's funny. I've been doing some sell similar, like ending some listings that are old from 2019. That's how old they are. How many is that? 19, 20, 21. So 2 years old. So I've been closing those down and relisting or doing sell similar. And so one thing is I was checking some comps on some of the items, and there was this one item I have, and this seller stole my photos and all my stuff, like my description and everything. So I had reached out to them like a year ago and said, hey, you're using my photo and my everything. So there's nothing you can do, right? You can reach out to them, but eBay will not make them change anything. So I said, please take your own photos. Don't use mine. And they're still using my photos, but there's nothing I can do. But you know what? I don't know. They must have gotten their stuff for so much cheaper than I did. Although I got mine 50% off. They must have got theirs cheaper because they're able to sell it for much less. But I noticed that they're not selling theirs very quick either. So that was kind of nice to see that there's not a lot. Although they have had some sales, or I've had like no sales. By the way, it was an apples to apples card game by Disney with Disney characters. Is what it is. Drop shipper buying for me. I don't care. Money is money. Exactly. Midlife. I don't think I have your name. Oh, yes, I do have your name written down. Karen. I have your name written down. I wrote it down last time we talked. Yeah, I don't care. I'm like always saying, hey, come shop at me. If you want to drop ship, come shop at my store. I will be happy to send it to whoever you want me to send it to. As long as I'm mailing it to the address that eBay is telling me to mail it to, I'm covered by eBay protection. You almost get no returns because most of the time, if somebody's drop shipping and they want to return it, they just refund them. It's built into their business plan. So I'm more than happy with drop shippers. Although it is against the rules on eBay to drop ship, it's not against the rules on like Facebook to drop ship. So if somebody wants to sell something on Facebook and then buy it from me on eBay, I'm all right with that. I have no problem. Yes, sorry, I already read that. There is a guy who is killing it locally since they are inside. It can be in colder weather. Yeah, there's you know what's opening up around here is we don't have like, you guys hear me talk about my sourcing is crap around here. I have to travel to source. But there is a mall in the town where my mall is, about 30 minutes from me, and it is most of the stores are empty. As you know, most malls, unless you live in a really, really large metropolitan area, I've noticed that most malls have just died down. And this one here in Messina, New York, it is pathetic when you walk in. It is so sad, so sad. Even like the big companies have all left. Most of it is just, I think Maurice's is the only chain I could think of that's still in there. All the big box stores that were on the ends have all closed. They turned one of them into an indoor soccer arena, and I don't think they've done anything with the other ones. Oh, JCPenney's is still there, now that I think about it. But all the other ones are. So, but there's somebody opening up a liquidation store. He's going to be buying pallets. He just bought Home Depot, and he was advertising on Facebook Marketplace about this opening up. So I'm really excited that maybe I'll have the ability to go and buy this person's like liquidation stuff, and hopefully his pricing is still good where maybe I can flip some of it. So Karen says, was selling some Pioneer Woman books and someone stole everything, including my pictures. I kindly sent them a message and they did change the photos at least. Yeah, I don't like when people steal my pictures. As you all know, that is time consuming to take pictures, set up to even get it to a point where you like your pictures and you edit them and you do all this stuff and then somebody steals your photos. I just like that. But I will say that I do steal Amazon photos. I do take snapshots of items that I'm going to FBM on Amazon. I will cross post it to eBay and I a lot of times will use the photos that are on there, especially if it is something oh, I didn't bring them downstairs. There was like a Christmas ornament that I bought, but in the packaging it's hard to really see the ornament, and I didn't want to open the package because I want to sell it brand new in box. It's still sealed, and so I did go and take the photo from Amazon and put that plus the photo where you couldn't really tell what the item is. Hey, good morning, Jen. So let's get going. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the item that is on my lap because my cat decided he wanted to lay on top of it and I didn't want cat hair on it. So I had to lift it from the floor. This is one of those items that I bought at a local auction, which it was when they first started after like things in COVID started happening and they went to all online auctions at the time and nobody knew about it. And there was probably like 20 people that would show up online for the auctions. Now there's like 100. And I was able to get these Afghans that were, I don't even know if this is considered knitted or crocheted. I'm assuming knitted. I don't know. And I bought a bunch of them. I think a bunch, like maybe like 6 or 8 of them were in this lot. And I won it. And I was so excited because I know that Afghans can sell really well. This was a slow turner. I think I've had this one for, when did I list this? I can't really tell. Hold on. Let me open the page here. And, oh, November 25th. So it's been almost a year. And I sold it for $64.77. So I've held out on my pricing on all these because, I got the room. If you don't have the room, I probably could have dropped this down to 40 and sold it, but quicker. But I did pay $6.40 when I take in all of them and divide it by how much this one. I think I only have one left, so that's not too bad. Well, maybe 2 left. Let me grab a box. I went and pre-grabbed some boxes to make sure I had them based upon what I had because I was ready to go live early. But I've had people tell me that when I schedule it, I should go live when I've scheduled, not if I'm ready early. So I was hanging out over on Johnny's channel. I literally said hello and then left and went live on this one, which wasn't very good because I should have just stayed quiet like I normally do. Because then people say something to you and now I'm not there to answer anything, if there's any questions. The tape is so loud. Oh, hey, while I'm thinking of it, the tape gun, because it made me think about my in-laws and packing and moving and everything else. If you guys believe in prayer, if you could add my father-in-law, his name is Tony, to your prayer list, I would really appreciate it. I went over to their house last week to move them on Wednesday, which is why I didn't do a live. We had the moving truck there and loaded everything up. And my father-in-law was having some chest pains. On Thursday, they closed on their house and he ended up going to the emergency room, but didn't want to go before the closing because he didn't want to miss the closing. And he did have a heart attack. They told him it was probably like a couple days ago. And so they put a stent in, which he had stents before, and they had to replace a stent. And he's still having severe pain. Went back to the emergency room yesterday. They couldn't find anything wrong. They gave him morphine and sent him home with a prescription for morphine. Like, who gives somebody morphine without diagnosing why he's in pain? If it's severe enough to get morphine, you don't just send somebody home. It's not just in his head or whatever. I don't know. So I'm a little worried. So they're still over in Vermont. They never made it here because they were staying in a hotel after we moved them out to be there for the closing, and they have not made it over here yet. And it's been too long. So I guess he still has pressure in his chest as of this morning, and I don't know. I think they're going to see like his cardiologist on Wednesday. So it sounds like they're going to stay there till Wednesday. But he's 81, so I'm a little worried about his age and just having health issues again right now, and just everything going on. The stress of moving, as anybody has moved before knows, and at 80 years old to be moving, and to be moving from a city you've never lived anywhere else in except for when you're in the Navy. He's lived in that town his whole life. He was literally born in that city and raised in that city. It's his first and only home he's ever owned is the house that they just sold. So it's definitely stressful for them. And I completely understand it. That's why we've tried to do as much as we can by going over there all the time to help support him and all that. But so I'm putting that Afghan, by the way, I'm not wrapping it or anything. Hopefully it doesn't get rained on, but I'm putting it in this box. I love these 12 by 12 by 8 boxes that UPS has, or USPS. So thank you so much for everybody who's going to keep them in your thoughts or your prayers. I appreciate it. I did tell him that when my Tony had a heart attack, as most of you know, had his heart attack in July, for about a week he was still having pains in his chest and stuff. And when we got home from Utah, he went back to the emergency room and they didn't see anything wrong with it being his heart. And they actually blamed it on heartburn. So I don't know if that's common. So I think that's one of the symptoms of a heart attack is heartburn, as well as, pressure and pain in your arm and all this other stuff. For men, women, it's different. But they ended up giving him like omeprazole or something like that for the heartburn. And he started taking that. And a few days later, he said he felt better. And he hasn't complained about it since. So, which I was just like, really? Heartburn? Which I know a lot of people go to the hospital for chest pains and it turns out to be heartburn. I'm one of them. That's what they told me it was, at least. Okay, so 3 pounds. Let's see where this is going. I was going to try and put it in a bag. Oh, of course it's going to California. Of course you're going to California. Let's see. I got to change my dimensions. So it's at $16 right now. $16.69. Still at $16.69. I'm wondering if I can get it any cheaper at Pirate Ship. I'm going to check Pirate Ship just to see. I also should have grabbed something to drink. I'm very thirsty this morning. Hey, anybody watch Yellowstone last night? So it's going to Babby in California. Babby, here you are. Babby. 12, 8, 3 pounds. Rates. Okay, Tommy Bernard is in the house. So Tommy says heartburn is 100% a symptom. That's what I thought. I know of several people that had heartburn for several days. OTC medicine wouldn't help. 1 dropped dead at work. Wow. 2 made it with long-term damage. That is, yeah, I'm so nervous. I'm so for those who've been following my husband's heart attack, when he went back and went to the ER and they said, nope, your heart looks fine. They said he had no heart damage at all. They said that he looked really, really good from having his heart attack. And man, I tell you, it's scary. I'm scared anytime he complains about anything now. And now with my father-in-law, even more. He's had either a double or a triple bypass plus stents. And you guys have seen him, my father-in-law. He's come down here and he looks like the bill of health. Like he is, I don't know, wears a size medium. He's just physically fit, very handsome for 80 years old. I mean, he just looks really, really well. You would never, ever know that he has issues, but he doesn't eat well. He eats junk food. A lot of times he skips meals, and then his meal would consist of chocolate chip cookies that his wife makes him, and he eats bread, and she bakes for him all the time. So we said no more baking because they're going to be living with us until their house is ready to be closed on, their new house. And we're just like, yeah, you're not baking him anything while you're here. No buying him junk food. Oh, so Sylvia, I'm sorry. I lost my dad from a heart attack when I was 13. Oh my gosh. I had a really good friend from high school, Kathleen. Her father was a third grade teacher, and he died at school from a heart attack. She lost him young. Holly watched Dexter last night. I don't get Showtime, but I would love to watch the new Dexter. I watched all the other ones before. And Jen, I won't say anything about Yellowstone. I just wondered if anybody was watching it. Honestly, I only watched the first hour, and with the time difference, I was exhausted, so I went to sleep. Let's see, can get a CT angiogram of the coronary arteries, non-invasive, and shows flow, which can detect blockage and how bad they are. And Nate says he had a stroke at 46. Wow. So Karen, I guess they did a bunch of tests on him yesterday, some more follow-up tests. I don't know what though, because he's in Vermont and I'm in New York, and they said they couldn't find anything, but I don't know. I hope they. So he had groin pain, and I thought, well, that's probably where they went in to put the stent in, because that's where they have gone in the past with him. But I said, too bad they didn't do his wrist. I said to my husband, too bad they didn't do his wrist like they did with my husband. They go in right here and go through to your heart and put the stent in. And my husband goes, oh, well, they did actually. While he was there overnight in the hospital, his stitch or whatever broke through and he was bleeding all over. I guess it was really bad, the amount of blood, which I can imagine if they're going right in through your artery right here. So so I don't know why he was having groin pain. So he was having groin pain that was pretty severe. They brought him in for an x-ray. And then when he was coming out, my mother-in-law said that he said he was in severe pain in his chest, was having severe chest pain. I don't know. I mean, they must have checked something to make sure the stent's still in place. I have no idea. Definitely worries me. So Nate, you had a stroke at 46. So my dad had a stroke at 50 and my brother had a stroke at 50. I have very good cholesterol, but I am on cholesterol medicine to prevent a genetic or hereditary type of stroke. So that's kind of scary, right? 46. That's very young to have a stroke. All right, so I'm going to go back. So UPS ground would have been $12 for this box. Priority mail is $17. Well, that is enough for me to not use a USPS box. Like really a $5 difference. That's big. I'm going to go grab a non-USPS box and I'm going to rebox this blanket. All right. Before I do this one, though, I want to see what these measurements will mean to it. Because, sorry. Because if it's going to raise it, so this is, let's say 14, because I'm going to have to go up 15, 14, and 9. Pip, you laying there is really in my way. Where am I going to put this box? I'm going to put it right on your head. 15, 14, and 9. So let me go back and change this to 15. I bet it's going to make it way more. Yeah, let me put in 3 pounds and 8 ounces. So I bet you it's going to make it go up if I use that box. May have to go find a smaller one. I didn't see size, but small, heavy stuff has been crushing eBay prices for UPS. Yeah. Ooh, goes up to 19. I'm going to go grab a different box. I'm actually on Pirate Ship, Tommy. I was hoping that Pirate Ship was going to do better with USPS, which I think it did. I think it did better than eBay. Let me see. What was eBay saying? I got so many windows open. 1669. Yeah, and I think it was. Oh no, I think it was 17, right? Because it was a $5 difference. So it was actually more expensive on Pirate Ship, USPS. Maybe look to place into a poly bag. I have saved some with the same box with a poly bag. I know. I was thinking about that, Timmy. I'm wondering. I don't know if I have a poly bag big enough. because I would have to use, this is the largest bag I got. I don't think it's going to fit in that. And I wouldn't use, I have some other poly bags. They're not big enough though, but they're not thick enough. I would want to use a really thick one. That's a good quality thick one. So I'm going to go look for another box that's smaller than this one. I thought this one when I grabbed it was the same size as that, but yeah, it's not. It's not. Oh, there you go. Sells red at the bottom. If I would have looked. All right, let me go see. All right, I think this one might. I probably should just bring my ruler with me. God, I hate having to have reading glasses because I got to literally sit there and take down my glasses when I'm walking and put them back up when I stop. All right, so, oh, this is 13 by 13. I might be able to cut it down, but I don't want to cut it without knowing. Let me just change this to 13. 13. I bet you I was right at 3 pounds. So I think if I go with a bigger box, it's going to weigh more. Oh, this is by 10. So it's definitely going to be bigger. But let's say I cut it down to 7. And let's go back to 3. This box is thicker. There's no way I'm going to get it to be staying at 3. Okay, I'm going to try a bag. I'm going to try and shove it in that bag. Put tissue paper around it. Tissue paper will actually won't really help. You know what I need is one of those like air sucker bags. You know what I mean? One of those air sucker bags. Hey, Tommy, I tried to shout out your channel the other day on a Facebook group. Somebody was asking for channels just to listen to while they're listing or taking photos. And I mentioned I listened to you, but they took it down because I guess you can't talk about other YouTube channels on that group. They're like, your comment has been deleted. I'm like, oh, okay, well, somebody asked a question. I had an answer for them. Let's see. If I roll this, let's see if I can fit it in. I think the thing with UPS, I think with that box though, was it was going to bring it to more weight. Okay, this is the largest. You know what I could do is 2 bags. I can 2 bag it. Tommy, I'd love to see what you sell. Besides golf clubs and clothing. Let's see. You should do, or you probably just don't want to show people what you sell. Well, my burrito is overstuffed. Keep your name clean. Now. Oh my gosh, you sold the Knicks hat for $2.50? Where do you find this stuff? Oh, I wish I could find good stuff around here. Okay, let me do. Hey, Kat, you moved from one spot to another. Let me grab another one of these. This will definitely keep it under 3 pounds, putting it in a bag. I just hope that they're smart when they unwrap it, that they don't cut through it, or they will be cutting their blanket. I like these things. Hey, I wanted to tell you guys also about my experience with having 2 eBay channels. Because I have some stuff I'm going to be packaging, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Let me... Okay, somebody told me, some smart person named Michael from the Thrifting Goomba said, poke a hole. So I just cut a little hole in the top of that. So you let the air out. And it will help with pushing down. Then you just obviously got to remember to tape your hole. I don't sell anything special. I buy mostly at local auction and one thrift store. Wow. It helps if you've got good things around you to source. I have a local auction, but man, their prices have been... This is where I bought this, was a local auction a year ago. But their prices have been so crazy. I'm going to tape my hole I put in it. And now I'm going to tape around where they join. See, if they cut at the flaps, the little ears I got on here, it won't. Maybe I'm going to tape those. You tape that flap down. Let's see if they cut the flap. That'd be an easy way to get in. Don't talk while you're using your tape gun, Tamara, because it's hard to hear with the tape gun. Okay. Hey, good morning, Doyle, by the way. I hope you had a great weekend. I was hoping Eric would pop in today. Eric posted something on Facebook, and I shared it with my Facebook friends and had some interest, looks like, from his shop, which I'm excited about. Anytime I can help any of my viewers with their business, I am more than happy to help you. Okay, so I think I'm going to put tape around this whole thing. I'm all out. My wife loves the inspired bags. They are tough. Yes, I love these bags. I like using them when I'm worried about something breaking through. Okay, I knew I had grabbed another roll because I knew I was getting low. Didn't I just change this last week? I feel like I did. I feel like I just changed my tape. I feel like I'm always changing tape. Come on. How come sometimes these are so hard to get started? Other times, pop right off. So I didn't do any sharing with my Poshmark or anything this weekend. I have no sales at all in Poshmark. I feel like if I don't share, I don't get sales. I know some people say that they list it and forget it and they still get sales, but you do, but there's far and few between. Definitely advantageous to share. I'm still on the like thinking about I want to just drop Poshmark, and I think this morning I was like, I think I'm just going to drop Mercari. I was going and taking stuff down from Mercari yesterday that is sold, and I'm like, I spend more time on Mercari taking stuff down than shipping anything. My sales on Mercari are almost non-existent at times. I have to look. I think I only do maybe 2 or 3 items a month. But I also think I only have I think it was 324 items on Mercari. And, I got almost 2,000 on eBay. So I don't post everything there because I've learned some things just don't sell. Even though it's quick to cross-post with the cross-posting platforms, previous step. I might go back and see what this is going to be. Okay. How big are these? I got 2 of them. I don't know what to put in dimensions for saying I'm shipping it in a bag. Because I don't know exactly because I taped it and overlapped it. So it's at least 17 by 12. So let's go like 20. Let's see how tall it is. But the width is by 12. That's the important thing. that says 13. So yeah, if I do 20 by 12. So I know some people would just measure this and would say, oh yeah, I'm shipping it in a bag, and they just measure this. But it's not going to, that's not the correct way of doing it. All right, I was 2 pounds something, right? Yeah, now I'm 2.7. All right, let's see what we got here. Whoops. Envelopes larger than 18 inches in either dimensions. You must use the box package type and enter all dimensions. Okay, let's say I'm shipping a box then. Then if that's the case, I'm going to put the dimensions of this and not the envelope. 13 by 8. I'm just making up dimensions. Do you think I'm going to probably get charged for, probably be off somehow? Oh yeah, Pirate Ship Max bag is 18. Yeah, I just figured that out. Yeah, so UPS is the same price, but I had to put in some type of dimensions. That's why I was trying to figure out the correct way, but all right, so $12.65. Let me just see what it would be with the post office. Yeah, still $17.20 or 16 something through eBay. I'm going to just buy the label. This is going to the UPS. I don't like to do UPS unless it's a big enough difference to make the, like I have to go all the way to a different area, a different town, and it's not convenient for me versus the post office. But I do have to run over to my mama's, and I'm going to go right by it's actually a pool store, but they do drop-offs for UPS and FedEx and all that. They do USPS also, but you got to pay to drop off USPS there. All right, UPS ground. You are done. Okay, so I wanted to tell you guys, first of all, I should have said something when I had 18 people in here. Does anybody have any Ray Dunn planners? That's what I need. If anybody has any hardcover Ray Dunn planners, I oversold one. Let me show you what it was. Let me find it on my list here. Oh, I'm telling you guys all the time, Ray Dunn sells, and this one sold, and I am, let me pull it down so you don't see the buyer. And let me share my screen. Just in case somebody has one of these sitting at home. This is what I sold. This 2022. This one's a 17-month, but I would be all right even if it was a 12-month. I could probably get them to still accept that one. It is going internationally, but I would definitely pay you for your time and effort if you happen to have one of these. I'm just going to read messages while y'all look at what I'm looking for. I saw an article that state UPS is not having an employee shortage, but FedEx and USPS is. Well, you know what I'm worried about is I think it's the 15th of November. Any company that has more than 100 employees will need to have a mandate that they have to be vaccinated. So I'm a little worried that that could mean that some UPS and FedEx drivers are going to quit, and then there could be a shortage. So be aware of that and be watching out to see when that all hits the fan. So I was surprised when I saw that our small town had a UPS drop box. Don't know if I will use it, but good to know. That is good. But you know, a lot of times though with those drop boxes, Holly, is they're really small. They're more for like dropping off like the envelopes and stuff like that. But maybe. All right, so this is what I need. This is what I oversold. As you can see, I've already sold 2, 0 available, but I don't know. I hate when I do that. I don't want to have to cancel it, but I think I'm going to have to. It's going to the United Kingdom. It's a $59 purchase. That's why I'm always saying don't sleep on international shipping. All right, so I've got good news. And that is that I have realized that having 2 eBay stores, which Holly, I think you and I have talked a little bit about this. Number one, it was extremely time consuming because I would always have to remember to log out of my old one, log into my new one, because you can only have one eBay app on your phone, which is going to give you the cha-ching so you know you sold something. So on the second store, I would have to always visually remember to log in and look to see if I sold something. And it was slow. It was so slow. And the thing is, if you're not listing, as we have learned with eBay, right, you got to be active in your store. You got to be editing it. You got to be relisting, or you have to be doing some type of new listings, or, something that's active in your store to keep it from the rumors up on the eBay search engine results pages. So I had a store that I had probably about 100 items in. It started off as a store where I was selling craft supplies because I thought I would give that a try. Too much work, not enough income. I was going more for quantity sales than a high like average sale price. I was selling things like bags of buttons, right? So if somebody didn't want to buy 1,000 buttons, they could buy just 100, and you can buy them for me. And I would get a sale here and there, but I only make like a couple bucks, if even that, on this. Like, it's just not a lot, but I was hoping for like quantity, right? So I then changed that store and changed its store name to my Two Birds Home Decor, because I was finding people were asking me all the time, especially on Facebook, if I had other stuff that they were looking for. And it was hard to find my home decor handmade stuff in a mess of eBay type stuff that I sell, used, vintage, whatever, all this type of stuff, buttons, right? So I said, all right, I'm going to do that on eBay. Instead of putting it on my normal eBay store, I'm going to put all of my Two Bird Home Decor in this one store, which will help kind of separate it, and then people can bundle. It'll be easier for them to bundle and all that kind of stuff. Well, it didn't work. And I think I've been doing that since maybe March, but I'm not active enough, because unless you're listing, then you're not selling. And I wasn't listing any new stuff because there's times when I'm just busy, and that business is a side burner for me versus this business. So I ended up taking everything down from the Two Birds Home Decor eBay store, or eBay, not a store, because I never paid for a subscription, which was another thing. I tried to promote my listing. Was it promote, or I tried to do something and I couldn't because I didn't have a store, which I thought you didn't have to have a store to do certain things now. But I guess whatever this was, I'm pretty sure it was promote, but I couldn't. So I ended up, or maybe it was, no, I could still send offers. I don't remember what it was. I wish I should have wrote it down. So I ended up taking everything down from there, thanks to List Perfectly. I took, or Vendu, or if you have Vendu, any of those cross posting, I took it all and logged into that eBay store. I cross posted it to Vendu, imported it into, not Vendu, but List Perfectly, because I'm using List Perfectly now instead of Vendu, which I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe going back. I need to just decide which one I like, and I can't decide which one I like the most. Right now I'm deciding that I like List Perfectly. So I put everything into List Perfectly, logged out of that eBay store, and then from List Perfectly, imported it, cross-posted it all back to eBay, but in my old eBay store, right? The one I've had since 1998. I'm more active there. I'm constantly listing. I can run sales. I can promote. There's all this stuff I can do. So I ended up bringing it all back over into there, which was a great move on my part. It's only been a week. I sold some buttons. I sold this box that has been listed on that site for, I don't know, probably all summer, as well as another one, which is I got to go get it from my mom because I gave it back to her. Well, she took a bunch of them. I'm trying to think of when she took those. I think it was the beginning of the summer, maybe June. She took a bunch of stuff back and was going to do something else with them since they weren't selling. And here it sold. I forgot to take it down. That's why I started off the show saying, when I'm done this, I need to go and take down everything that my mom has made, because some of those items I know are not with me anymore. They're at her place, or they're in the store that she's selling at and all that, the brick and mortar. Hey, good morning from Buffalo. Another New Yorker. Did you know I'm from New York, but I am up near Potsdam, if you know where that is. A lot of times I'll say I'm near Canada, and people automatically think Buffalo, Niagara Falls. I'm like, no, I'm even more north than that. So welcome, General. Okay, I'm gonna say it wrong. Baltazar. Baltazar. I'm probably saying that wrong. Tommy, you don't like Vendu either, huh? They charge you to import those listings. That is exactly what it is. So I had downgraded my store to the basic level of Vendu, and because I was on vacation, and then when I got back from vacation, I just kind of still was taking a break recovering from my vacation and my husband's heart attack and stuff. And I went to list something like a couple months ago, and I'm like, oh, that's right. I can't. I literally would have to relist it again in Vendu. And I'm like, so Vendu really is dead to me unless I pay for the import. And at the same time, I was paying for List Perfectly because I was kind of trying them both out so I could give reviews on both of them. And I said, you know what? That's ridiculous. I'm not going to sit there and pay for that. Um, so I ended up stopping Vendu, which, yeah, I know my video. I really got to update my video because I did a video promoting Vendu saying I liked it more than List Perfectly, but they nickel and dime you. It is tough. Even though in the long run, I think it comes up to about the same price. It's just the fact of nickel and dime. And I hate that. There's a restaurant I love to go to. I love their service. I love their food, but I wanted to get a BLT. This was like 6 months ago. And I said, no tomato because I don't like tomatoes, but can you add onion and cheese to my sandwich? And it was going to cost me 75 cents for a piece of onion and 75 cents for a slice of cheese. So I said, no, I'm not going to get it now. It just bothered me. It bothers me when they nickel and dime you. I hate when they're like, my husband got a hot turkey. It was a hot turkey the other day. And they said, not this place, a different place. And they're like, do you want gravy on your fries? And he's like, sure. I mean, I'm having gravy on the hot turkey. They charged him 75 cents for the gravy. I'm like, they should tell you that. I hate when they nickel and dime. So you don't know where Potsdam is. So I'm assuming you're from Buffalo, New York. I was assuming. So I want to make sure that you are from New York. But do you know where Clarkson University is? If you're a hockey fan, you might know. So Potsdam, you probably know where Watertown is, Fort Drum, since your name is General. So I'm up near Canada, but like Messina, Augsburg, if you've heard of those towns. Malone is the other direction, but yeah, so I have found that I'm selling stuff by moving stuff to the store that I use the most. So I'm still going to keep that other one open so I keep the name, but I think if my only focus was really just that store, then I probably would sit there and, enlist more in it. I think it is nice to have a store name that goes with your store name, like your business name. In that case, being the Two Birds Home Decor, but it just wasn't busy. It wasn't active enough for. I just think the algorithm just kept pushing my stuff down. So I think it worked. I think it's working out. We'll see. But right now, I'm feeling very happy because I've had some sales. So General says, may I ask you, how much do you pay for Amazon FBM orders shipping? My orders always start from $8. Is it because I live somewhere far away from everywhere? Well, you know what? I've got some Amazon shipping I got to do today. So if you stay tuned, you'll see me ship. But mine do not always start at $8 because if it's first class, it's going to go first class rate. So if you're talking about FBM where I'm shipping it to the customer, then no, it can be as low as like $3 or something like that, three something, and then on up. So you pay discounted, like the business rates for USPS is what I pay. Very similar to like if I was using Pirate Ship. All right, so let's do these buttons since I have them here in my hand. So see, I sold these for $5.99, but with shipping, they're all in at $11.12. That is ridiculous, right? $11.12. You could literally go and buy a bag of 1,000 for less than that. I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time. I have a hard time sometimes overcharging people for things. I feel guilty. Oh, let's grab one of these bags. I don't get to use these very often. So this whole idea started with, I saw some buttons and I said to my sister-in-law, I'm going to bubble wrap this, by the way. That's not what I said to my sister-in-law. I'm just going to put some bubble around this because these poly bags, they're not very thick. I just get worried about them breaking through if something, I don't know. I'm just going to put one piece of bubble around this. So my sister-in-law says to me, she was looking for something, and I sent her a list I think it was on Amazon, of some like buttons. I think it was buttons. And she's like, oh, but I don't need 1,000. I only need a few of them. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll buy the 1,000 and I'll sell you a few for the same price as the 1,000. And she's like, okay. She just didn't want the extra buttons around. And I was like, well, geez, why don't I do that as a business? I'll buy stuff in bulk because you can usually get it cheaper when it's in bulk. And then I'll just break it down for those people who are doing this one project and they need one button or, 100 buttons. So that's what I started to do. But yeah, it's just not really worth it. If somebody wanted to do it on the side, or you could definitely, the thing is, when I started looking at craft supplies, there's so much to choose from that it just became ridiculous. So it was an idea. If you won't know if you don't try it. And I tried it. It didn't work. So this is only $3, 3 something. Oh, I forgot to shrink the label. If it fits. Let's see. I think the label literally takes up the whole side of the thing. All right. That's that one. Back to orders. So Holly bought a lot of buttons from an online auction. They were from a collector. You know what? There are some, if you can get vintage, antique type buttons, and you look through them, some of those can sell for so much money. Most of the time, my FBM is $8. I do have some under once in a while. Well, you must be selling some heavier items, Doyle, I'm assuming. You guys are going to make me jump over to my Amazon stuff just so I can show you how mine is not. Well, mine will be today. They're all 3 of the same item, and they are all going to be priority mail. So, all right. I sold this ornament. So these were actually sold in a lot of 3. There was 3 of them when you bought them, and I separated them and sold just one at a time for the price that all 3 were $3, and I'm selling this one for $10. So there's money in ornaments, folks. Let's put it in. Maybe I'll put it in a 6. I'm going to box this. Let me see if it fits first, just so it doesn't get broken. Will you fit? I think you will. Mix like you, but so much craft stuff, RA mainly. I just saw a video. I didn't watch it yet, but it was in my feed this morning, and it said Bolo, and it was craft kits and stuff. And I'm like, yep, right there, doing that. All right. Should I bubble? Actually, you know what? Let's not bubble. Let's tissue because it's cheaper. Tissue is cheaper, and I've already upgraded it to a box versus a poly bag. I was going to use one of those bubble envelopes. The bubble envelopes from eBay, but I'm going to go with, I'll use the whole thing. I was watching Vicky and, oh my gosh, why did I just get a blank on their name, their channel name? Vicky's not even the main person. What's that channel with Vicky and her partner? Well, I was watching them last night. Oh my gosh. Somebody say the name because it's really driving me crazy. I can't think of what her name is. Oh my gosh. Really? This is like, don't you hate that when you know something? When you know something and you can't come up with it? You guys, somebody's, Katie. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Karen and Nate. Yes, Katie. Oh my gosh. How could I not have come up with that? But I was watching their show yesterday for a few minutes, and Katie was saying how her sales are so low, and they're like, this is quarter three, how come, or quarter four, how come my sales aren't better? And she was showing her numbers, and she was saying how much she usually does a month, and I'm like, okay, I'm about right there, a month on eBay. And then Vicky was talking, and she was saying that her sales are down like $45,000 this year alone so far. And I thought, okay, I'm right there with you too. But she also did admit that she wasn't, I think, working as hard as she was last year. And I'm like, right there with you. Me too. Like all right, this is 4 ounces. I feel like I kind of was okay with my sales being a little lower this year. Last year was a great year, but I shouldn't say, I was going to say I busted butt, but honestly, for like 2 months when everything was closed down, I didn't bust anything. I took that time off too. And then when things opened back up around here, I started going out sourcing again, but not sourcing as much because you had to wear the mask and it was just hot and didn't really care for it. There weren't as many garage sales. Like everything had really changed a lot. But then quarter four happened, and I just found like I was so busy, so busy. And this year I said, I don't want to be that busy. I don't want to be packaging up 100, 200, 300 orders. So I'm not really sourcing that much. Unless it's an item that's very, very easy to ship. Then maybe I would do 200 orders if I literally just had to take it, throw it in an envelope, and put a label on it. Then maybe. But if I've got to poly bag it, bubble wrap it, I was doing the canning lids this summer, and I did really, really, really well with the canning lids. But as you guys saw, I put it in a box, and I had to put it in a bag, or I had to cut the box down to get it so it'd be dimensional. That all takes time. Okay. Oh, good. My customer who sent me a best offer paid. I gotta grab that later. I'm going so slow this morning. I sold this castle that's got this little crystal on the top here. I sold some of these last week too. Picked this up for 69 cents at a thrift store. This one is Cove Castle by John Hopkins. The other ones that I picked up were by Spooktiques, I think was the brand name. This was with all of them at the store, so I grabbed them all, and I figured, hey, if you're collecting those other ones, you're probably going to collect this too. So I paid 69 cents. This sold for $20 plus shipping, all in at $26.27. So I'm all right with that. I'm okay with 69 cents turned into $20. And this will probably fit in a 6x4x4 box, I think is what my plan was with this. Gonna bubble wrap you. Let's tape you. Let's tape it so you will stay right where I need you to be. Yeah, so Nate was saying they have a Facebook group called the Boss Up. It's Boss and something. There's one of their partners on that is Teresa Cox, and she is one of the first users of List Perfectly, and I think she is like I think she's like a paid spokesperson or something for List Perfectly, something along those lines. Don't quote me on that though. She's really good friends with them. I think they're right from her area. Okay, there. Looks nice. Might even fit in a 4x4, but let's do a 6. Because these, oh, that's an 8. I don't want an 8. Maybe I don't have any 6s left. Let's try the 4. If it doesn't work in a 4, I'm going to have to go grab some 6x4s. I guess I'm all out right here. I got quite a few of them. Just didn't know I was low over here. I'm really hoping that my sales are really great on quarter 4 and I go through a lot of boxes so I can kind of get my boxes under control. Right now I've got so many boxes. Okay, yeah, it's going to fit. Fits in here. Sweet. Means I don't have to go get a box. I don't have to go get a box. So, Holly, was it you that said you watched Dexter? Was it good? Did you find that it was as good as the old Dexters? I'm happy to see that they at least got the same Dexter to come back. I saw some previews. I don't remember what I was watching. Maybe it was a football game. I watched football yesterday. I watched football and did some postings, some new listings, and then I did some over the weekend I ended a lot of old listings and did sell similar. But you know what? The problem with that is one of them I did it to, and today sometime this week I need to do inventory. I'm not as worried and rushing because it's been listed for 2 years and hasn't sold. But it was a multi-variation listing. I have a bunch of like birthday supplies. It was Hello Kitty themed. And so instead of like putting it into a bundle, which I do have some that were listed as a bundle, and then I did some listings where they could pick and choose what they wanted. Well, I know that I've sold some of the invitations, just invitations. And when you end a listing and you sell similar or relist, it puts all of your original quantities back to what they were. So a lot of times I'll hear people complain and say, I better put that on the scale before it times out. Will complain and say, oh, eBay relisted an item of mine that I'd already sold. And there's times when I've thought that and it's come down to it's always been my error. And most of the time, especially back before when auctions always, or items buy it now always ended after 30 days and you had to like relist it and you had to like sign up to relist it. Well, there was a period of time when I didn't do the whole set it and forget it. And I would have it end after 30 days and then I would sell similar. Well, that's what would happen is I would sell similar, but if I had 2 of an item and I only have 1 left, I would sell similar and it would put it back down to 2 items. And so I sat there saying yesterday after I did a bunch of those type of listings, I thought, oh my gosh, that's right. All of these were relisted at the original quantity. So now I know I need to go and do some type of inventory on those items to make sure that the quantity is correct. Some of it I could remember that what I sold, but my mind's not always accurate. Hey, good morning, Beth. Tommy says there is never a reason to do sell similar now. Relist does not touch multi-quantity ever, only sell similar. But tell me if I'm wrong though, Tommy. Maybe it has changed, but when you relist, it keeps the same item number. So yeah, eBay doesn't know that it's like a new item. It doesn't treat it like a new item in your store. That's what I've been told. So maybe I'm misinformed. That's the way it used to be. So I do sell similar. Oh, so Beth does say, all right, relisting gives you a new number now. Relist does the exact same thing for the last year. It's a new listing with traffic bump. Okay. All right. See, I haven't honestly in the last year or so, I haven't really done that. I just set it and forget it. I don't want to have to worry about ending and relisting and all that kind of stuff. But I have heard recently where a lot of people have been doing it and they said that it is definitely advantageous for their store and stuff. So I was like, okay, I probably should start to do that. Hold on, my printer. This setup is not the best right now. All right, so Tommy's going to give me a schooling on some shows I've missed. I've shown this 100 times live, unsub from those people. So wait a minute. I haven't seen you mention it on your live. I mean, you talk about stuff, but you've shown it. I must have missed those lives, and I got to tell you, I think I pretty much have watched every live except for this last week for the past 6 months. I feel like I've watched every live. Might be some I've missed. I shouldn't say I watch. I listen more than I watch, because you are who I listen to when I'm over here taking pictures, as well as if I'm in the car or something like that, I'll throw you on. It usually takes me a few days. I'm glad you don't go on every day, because it takes me days to get through your whole show, which I know it's not good for your algorithm. I apologize, but I can't watch 6 hours in one sitting. The item gets assigned a new number. Okay, so a lot of you are confirming what he said. I appreciate you saying that. So good, because I have some items that are those variations, and I have not relisted them after I've realized that that was an issue. I said, okay, I'm gonna not do anything that is like that. But there could be things that weren't even variations that I could have had multi-quantity on. Hopefully I didn't do that to too many items. But if you want to change a few things, shouldn't you do sell similar? So what I was doing though is I was selling similar, and then so all of these, a lot of these, pretty much most of these items, if not all, had free shipping still. And so I sold similar, which now I will relist. But then I did it in bulk, because when you do it in bulk, it comes up as like you're editing a bunch of things, so you can't really see each one. It's just kind of like horizontal, not the actual editing screen. So I listed them, or sold similar, and then I went and edited each one, and I changed some of the photos coloring, kind of made it brighter. I looked at the title of each of them just to make sure it still looked okay. Some of them I changed some words around, where instead of, let's say for instance, I sold these cookie cutters. Okay. So these are made by Bradshaw Home. Most likely nobody's going to be searching for Bradshaw Home cookie cutters. They're going to be searching for Day of the Dead cookie cutters. And for a while, and I think eBay still does, they promote that you put the brand first, what the item is, and then start doing like item specifics. So if you had like a Tommy Hilfiger polo type t-shirt, shirt or whatever, and then it was a size medium, you would put Tommy Hilfiger shirt, polo, or maybe I would say polo shirt, and then say like size medium or whatever. So you wouldn't say medium before whatever. So for something like this, I at the time may have listed it as Bradshaw Day of the Dead cookie cutters. Well, I've changed it where I would have taken out the word Bradshaw and put it towards the end now. So I did do some editing of titles, and then I took everything that was price difference. I changed the price, took out the shipping, and then added shipping as separate. So I did all of that to every single listing. So I was editing them all in addition to that, which really was no problem. I was watching football. So all right, so Tommy's saying you can change whatever you want in relist as well before submitting. And Beth says bulk relist, and you can change things before hitting submit. Yeah, you can change things. It's just harder to see visually. It's a little harder when you bulk relist. So Beth says front load your title with what buyer searches for. They can't see a whole title on mobile. Yeah. So, but sometimes, like let's say yesterday I was looking for some Vera Bradley, a new purse, which I don't need. I need it like, yeah. But I was looking for some, and which brings me to the pay-per-click thing. I'll tell you about that too. I'm never going to get this stuff packaged. But for me, a Vera Bradley crossbody, purse handbag is Vera Bradley is very important to me. So if you think somebody's going to search for Vera Bradley, then you're going to want to make sure you put that in the beginning of your title. But if you're searching for Day of the Dead cookie cutters, you don't care if these are Bradshaw. It's not a big name. They're sold at Walmart. So that I think is okay to put towards the end. So really what Beth is saying is, yeah, look, whatever's going to be in the front of your title. And I'm pretty sure that eBay or that Google only picks up the first like 7 or 8 words or something like that. Don't quote me on that though. But I know there's only so many words. So if you have a title this long, Google's only going to search this number of words. Tommy says that eBay doesn't promote that. It's just how buyer types. They actually did during their last eBay open. That's what they were talking about listing. That was how they promoted it. All right, let me just see. I don't think there's anything else. Of course, there is relist and changing things are different reasons. Beth says, yeah, like Christmas is a good example of something to put towards the front. That is true. Hey, good morning, Tio. I had a thought and I was going to tell you guys. Oh, pay-per-click. So I don't mind pay-per-click. And honestly, I did a pay-per-click campaign. I ended up stopping it after a couple weeks because I found it wasn't helpful. I had no sales, but I had clicks. So I said, all right, I'm going to stop that. But now as a buyer, when I go on eBay and I type in a Vera Bradley crossbody, that's all I put in, Vera Bradley crossbody, because I was looking for a specific one, but a lot of people who put in this thing, when you're a buyer of Vera Bradley and you want the bittersweet pattern, a lot of people who are selling Vera Bradley don't know that's called the bittersweet pattern. A lot of them don't know that there's a website you can go to find out what the pattern is called and the style. So I really want a triple zip bittersweet crossbody from Vera Bradley, but I don't ever do that. So I will put in just Vera Bradley crossbody and look at quite a few of them. If it's one that I know is red and white, which this one isn't, but let's say I just bought one that was red and white, then I might just put Vera Bradley red, right? Sometimes they don't even put crossbody, especially if it's a man selling. They just don't know. They're just throwing stuff up. So I put in Vera Bradley and I got 31. Came up right off, a 31 crossbody. And I'm like, I'm not looking for 31. I'm looking for Vera Bradley. And I noticed it was sponsored. And I said, you know what? They're doing pay-per-click and they probably put Vera Bradley in for their keywords for the pay-per-click. So you know what I do in all those for people who are cheating the system? I'm not really cheating. That's not cheating, but it's making it more frustrating for me as a buyer when I don't get the results I want on the page, is I am clicking on your ad and I am making you pay that pay-per-click. That's how vindictive I am. So that's what I'm doing now. I've been seeing it time and time again since pay-per-click came out. Before pay-per-click, I didn't really see that. But I'm noticing it more and more, and I know it's because of pay-per-click. And this was a very, very large seller, so they know better. But that's what they can do, right? eBay don't care because eBay is getting the money. Okay, let me grab a box. Or 2, or 3, or 4. I need an 8, 6, 4. We'll do this one next. Oh, so I can't do this one. So I sold this one, which I will be shipping this off camera because they bought 2 of them and the other one is at my mama's house. $864 box. I love these. These are from Supply Hut, who I don't love. I think they have poor customer service, but I've got a few of their boxes left, so I'm going to use them before I switch over to the other ones I got. I don't know if I think I showed this on my show the other day. Santa Claus is coming to town. This little, they call them faux book stacks. And I sold this on eBay. Let's make sure. Actually, I probably should use those other. I probably should use those other boxes. They're a little bit tougher. I want to wrap this first with tissue. So I sold this, but I didn't take it down on. I have an Etsy store too, and I didn't take it down or Facebook, because I'll just make another one if it sells. All right, I do want to wrap this. Hold on. I gotta put a business card in, but I might as well put the business card inside. I don't have very many business cards left. By the way, I've been putting business cards in. I don't think it's worked because this, if you go to my website, which is twobirdsHomeDecor.com, there you go. It'll bring you to my Etsy store. I get hardly any sales on Etsy. My sales are eBay and Facebook. So I don't think the business card is working, just so you know. Let me be your guinea pig. Don't waste money on the business cards. I don't know. Maybe it works for some. It's just not working for me and what we sell. All right. Should make it. I have not had anybody complain it has not arrived without it being broken, or with it being broken. Okay. Let's weigh this. And let's find you. I can tell you that I find on Etsy, if you can style your photos, for instance, like taking a picture of this and I put it in front of a Christmas tree and so it doesn't have that whole white background and all that kind of stuff. Some platforms, it does better without just a white background. I feel like Facebook is one of them, by the way. It's only $3.88 to mail. Sweet. Throw a coupon code on the card, Tamara. I was thinking about that. I'd have to raise my prices though. Because, Beth, by the way, I love your hair. I love the color of your hair. She posted a picture. She just got her hair done on Facebook. On the Etsy group, somebody was posting that they got an order and it was only for repeat customers or for a specific group of people, but somebody used the code. They've noticed a few people have been using this code and they were not repeat customers. And it turns out that if you have Capital One Shopping, if you download that extension for your Chrome browser, when you are shopping on Etsy, if there are any coupons that Etsy shop has ever created that are still valid, Capital One will show that coupon. All three of her buyers said they got it from Capital One. So guess what I downloaded this weekend? So I can save more money. Okay, let me jump off from eBay because I gotta grab. Well, actually, let me go grab this T-shirt. It's UU and it's a medium. Let me grab that. Look at this T-shirt. And look at the back. Isn't that cool? All right, so I sold this for $19. I took a best offer. I was asking $24. And I accepted $19. I don't know. It's only been listed maybe a month. It hasn't been listed very long. I probably could have held out. It is not vintage. By the way, I bought it at TJ Maxx, so it's brand new. Brand new, not vintage, not single stitch. Just pretty cool print. So I've been actually picking up those types of things quite a bit lately at TJ Maxx. If I see a really cool t-shirt like this with this all over print type thing, I've been picking them up and they've actually been doing pretty good. Okay. I know I've missed some top chats up there. 6 ounces. I missed some chat, so I'm seeing where Tommy says that he typed in Ralph Lauren polo and Skechers shoes came up. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So, yeah, if you want to be vindictive like me and teach those people a lesson, and hopefully in the long run even teach eBay a lesson, because the more people stop doing the PPC because it's not turning into profit for them, then maybe eBay will consider what they're doing. But I haven't heard of anybody who's done PPC that it's been beneficial yet. I'll have to Google that and see if anybody's done a video on that. But yeah, I click. So there you go. You want to put in a keyword that's not relevant to your item, then you will pay. You will pay whatever you bid. So it may have only cost them 3 cents, but everybody does it. Hey, good morning, Chicken Toad. All right, that's it for eBay for right now, I think, right? Because I have that I don't have and that I don't have. Yeah. Let's do Etsy. I'm so excited to show you guys this because I showed it to you on last week, but I sold one. Got a fuzzy on him. So this little gnome ornament, and it says 2021, and it's got a vaccine syringe on his arm. This is my I don't know, my whatever for this year. So last year I did some of the like things like this, but I was putting a mask on them, and they sold very, very well. So this year I'm like, okay, what am I going to do this year? And I said, oh, I'll do a syringe. So I did that. And where did I sell this? Etsy. I was going to put it in a box, but I'll put it in this. I just got to put the label. But yeah, so I did this, and then I'm like, I had a hard time finding things this year to put the charm and syringe on. I only made a handful of them. I should just list the syringes and charms because I'm not going to use them all. I think I bought 100 of them. I still got 2020 charms left from last year. This is only 2 ounces. 2 ounces. And 9, 6, 1. $3.79. Buy it. Buy it. Buy it. Going to Sacramento. Oh no, San Francisco. San Francisco. All right, so I put my label over the eBay name since it's an Etsy order. So there you go. There's that one. And that's it for Etsy. Isn't that pathetic? Horrible sales. All right, Facebook. Oh, hold on, I got an answer. Hey there, sorry for the delay. So I messaged eBay for business this weekend. I went to relist. Remember I was doing my whole relist sell similar? So I'd ended some tampons I had listed, and I couldn't relist them. It said only business accounts can list them. And I thought I was a business account because they let me sell diapers. What was the other? Something else. After they announced that only certain people could sell certain items, I was still able to continue selling things because I thought for sure I was a business. So it says on here, so eBay for Business replied back and said, hi there. Sorry. So I pretty much said, let me just tell you what I said to them. Why don't I share it, right? Some people like to read along with me. All right, so I'm going to read this blue box down here. This is what I sold. I got a package, but this right here. So it says, this is what I said to them. Can you please tell me how I would go about signing up for a business account on eBay? I thought I was already labeled as a business, but I tried to list some women's tampons today. Why did I have to say women's? Could they have been men's tampons? All right. And it stated I needed to be a business in order to list those. I have an EIN number and I am registered with New York State. What does eBay need to see that I am a registered business? Hi there. Sorry for the delay in response. It was a weekend. And thanks so much for reaching out. We'd be more than happy to take a look at this, but first we need to verify your account info since it's been a while since you last chatted with you. Can you please verify your full name? Oh, geez. Okay. Well, I guess that's a little much to do about nothing, huh? All right. Let me tell them my name. Tamara. And what do they need? Registered email. And zip code. Should I tell them just to watch my YouTube channel? Because I'm pretty sure I share all that data at some point. All right, so let's do Facebook. I sold this shirt, which I have had for a few years. German Township, I think that's what TWP stands for. Fire Department. I don't know. Don't even know where that's from. I saw it, thought it was pretty cool, picked it up because I thought, maybe there's somebody who collects fire department memorabilia. Yeah, there isn't. Or if there is, it's a very small population because I've had this listed for probably 3 years. And it's sold for $10. I marked a bunch of clothes down to $10 and when I cross posted on Facebook, I lowered it considerably because you know what? Facebook has free promos all the time for free shipping. I only pay 5% in fees. If they ever are to approve my store, like I opened up a page or whatever it's called, like a business on Facebook, so I could sell through that, and then I wouldn't have to pay any fees. But of course, it's been like a month and they haven't approved me yet. All right, 8 ounces. Create shipping label. Why am I weighing it? I don't need to. I don't need to weigh it. Because I already got the label, which on a Facebook group, somebody was saying that they had sold something on Facebook and it printed a 4-ounce label. I mean, not 4 ounce, but a $4 label instead of the next level up of first class. Yeah, this is a 15 ounce. And they're like, what should I do? Because it weighed like 14 ounces. And they're saying how they got the one for only up to 7 ounces. And they're like, I got to mail it by today and Facebook's not getting back to me. And everybody's telling them to cancel the sale and have the person repurchase it. And I'm like, just ship it. Just ship it. Because you guys have seen since I've been selling on Facebook, I have been shipping stuff every now and then where my label is not correct. And I'm like, well, I'll just take the bill when it comes to me because I know this isn't right. But I've not gotten a bill. I've not gotten anything. So I'm not as you can see, I'm not purposely doing it, cheating the system where some people do. It's just every now and then, I thought it was going to be 7 ounces and it's 9. I don't weigh everything, I guess. I'll be like, oh yeah, this would definitely be under 7 ounces. Okay. I also sold, I think that's my phone ringing. Hold on. It is. Oh, you know what? I think it's my doctor's office. I will call you back, doctors. I'm glad you're calling me, though, because I messaged you on Thursday. I hope I don't have to play phone tag with her. But I think it's going to be a lengthy phone call, so I'm not going to answer it right now. I sold another one of these Walmart stores, right? So see, $14.92. So I didn't do what I told you guys what to do. And somebody said not to do it because it doesn't make a difference. Or maybe it was on my Discord. But what I do is I take that price off. It is pre-printed on here. I'm going to tilt you here a little bit. Let me see if I can tilt you. Here we go. So you can see this a little bit, right? So I take my razor blade and I will score. You're not cutting through the whole box. You're just scoring around the price, like very lightly. So you're going through like the first layer of the printed color. And then you just take the corner. I'm not zoomed in so you can't see, but look, it peels right off. The price peels off. And then it's still left with, you didn't cut all the way through the box. This is what I did last year. I sold a lot of inflatables from Walmart, and they now print the price on it. So I was doing this. It's on all these corners. So I'm going to do it to all the corners. But when I sell on Amazon, if I was to sell the same thing on Amazon, I wouldn't ship it like this. What I was doing was, even if I was doing FBM, I would put it in like FBA in Inventory Lab, and I would print an FNSKU label, which I think you can now do for FBM. But I would print that and I would put it in each of these corners. So there would be a label here and a label here and a label here, like all around the whole thing. Reseller surgery. That's it. So I was doing that. So I would do this and then I would put the label over it because I wouldn't want them to see that it looked like this. And if somebody is buying this to actually use, the chances that they're going to take the time and peel that label off are pretty much nil, right? No, people collect these for collectibles, but usually not to keep in their box. They're putting it out. So it's literally on 5 sides. So you got to do all 4 sides and then the top. The only place it's not is on the bottom. But this is what I do. I was at Big Lots this weekend and I was looking at some stuff and I noticed they had a lot of stuff printed on also. Like, stop printing on the boxes. All right, so that's what I do. Pull all the pricing off. And that's going to go in a 12 by 12. Oh, actually, I already have one made up that I had for the blanket. Okay, I need something to fill this. Hold on. Let's see. I got this. And I thought I had another piece. My mother's got air pocket pillows for me. I'm going to get those today when I stop by. I don't think, I got this. I got this bubble. I'll just shove it in there. There we go. This is a Facebook sale, but it's going to have eBay tape on it. So I left these listings on the other platforms. I sold them. I had them cross-posted to because I'm going to go buy more today. Let's just see. Oh no, 5 pounds. Let's see. Create your label. Stop. Let's see what my label was for. It's a 5 pound box. Should be okay. I'm gonna pick up my garbage while the label is being created on. Oh shoot, 2 pounds. All right, that's no bueno. All right, I'm gonna mail a 2 pounder, even though it's a 5 pounds. I'm gonna mail it. But now I'm gonna go because I think I got another one still listed. I'm gonna go to my listings and immediately upgrade the label. All right. That way, if I sell another one, I won't be wrong. Yeah, shoot. That is not good. See, I won't cancel it. I'll just go ahead and ship it. Bummer. Bummer I messed up that one. Hey, good morning, Barbara. Tamara, I've got a friend who's interested in any future shipments of Ball brand canning lids. Hey, what I have some here. I think it's just wide mouth. I have wide and regular if they are interested. I've dropped the price, but whoever it is keeps dropping below me. And oh, I didn't even fix my camera. Hold on. Keeps dropping below me, and I'm not gonna play the race to the bottom game with them. So my price is there. I only got I have 12 boxes of the wide. I might have, I can't tell from right here, probably at least 6 of the regular. All right, so these cookie cutters that I sold, Day of the Dead, you know, the theme Day of the Dead is really popular, so I'll pick this stuff up if I see it. These I picked up on clearance for 50 cents, and I sold them for $10. You know what I don't have? Let me see. I'm going to try. This is an 864. This might be. I think an 844 will work. It's too narrow. All right, so I might be able to get it to fit into this if I bend it. I'm going to box it instead of poly bag it. I'm going to eBay tape it, even though it's not eBay. I'm going to use eBay anyhow. I don't think somebody will be that bothered if I bend this and put it in like this. That's what I'm going to do. Can I get your email so he can contact you? Yes. So Barbara, I'll type it in. There you go. That is my email. I'll give him a discount. It'll be cheaper than buying it on Amazon. Because I won't have to pay any fees. Except for PayPal. Let's see. So this is 6 ounces. All right. Sherry says, Tamara, what is the profit on that Walmart Village? I did a rough calculation and it seemed to only make about $5. I don't know. Let's figure it out. Let's look at it and see. Okay, I just wanted to see what my doctor's office was saying. It was them. All right, there's it. Yeah, actually, isn't there? Let me put it up. Let me find it. eBay calculator. eBay calculator. Okay, let me share my screen. Share my screen with you all. All right. All right, hold on. Remove it. Stop sharing. Was it blinking to you guys? Because it was blinking for me. Let me reshare it. Now it's not blinking. Okay. Sold price. Uh-oh. I got to go back over here. I sold it for $39. Oh, this is an eBay calculator. This isn't eBay. Well, let's make pretend I sold it on eBay then. How's that? $39.99. So let's just say, we'll just say $39. Amount charged to the buyer. So, well, this was Facebook. So it's a, all right. So on eBay, it would be, wait, hold on. I got to stop sharing for a minute. Let me pull up my listing and see how much. I think it would depend on where they lived because it's calculated. And let me put in Walmart. Walmart. So, all right. So if they live, I'll go back to sharing. So if they live in my area, it would only cost them $8.45 for shipping. And that's what the price I would pay would be. I would probably pay less than that, but let's just say it's a wash. And it cost me $14.92. And I have an eBay store. And I'm a top-rated seller. And item category is probably collectibles. I guess it's none of these. Other. So profit would be $18.78 for this one. So I don't know. Let's say it had to go to like $14 because it was going to like Hawaii, right? So they always pay more than what it cost me to ship. But let's say in this case it was that. So it's still $18.20. Do you see that, Sherry? I'm not sure where you got $5. I think it would depend on if I was doing free shipping, then it would probably be different. But I'm selling it for $39. Now, if I was to do that on eBay, I mean, I'm just PayPal. 39. No, that wouldn't be right. Yeah, ignore that. I'm not going to do that. So it would be less. So I'd be making more than $18 doing it on Facebook, because Facebook only charges a 5% fee versus what they charge on eBay, which is like 13 or something. Well, good morning, Paul. You're up early. Let me see. Okay, I got to copy and paste. I'm on Bonanza. I was like, where did I leave off? So I'm on Bonanza, and I got to go to Pirate Ship to print the label because I sold these cookie cutters on Bonanza. I'm not sure if I said that. If I said, I was jumping to Bonanza. Bonanza always puts the phone number in. I guess it's good if you're sending via like UPS or something. So 864, and I don't know how much you weighed. I forgot. 5 ounces. I got sidetracked. I wish I was lying if I said I didn't just wake up a few minutes ago. Yeah, but you stay up late. You're like Tommy. Tommy Bernard was in here earlier. You guys stay up late. Although I will say, was it Saturday night? Saturday night. Oh, Tommy was probably live too Saturday night. I was up until 1 a.m. I could not go to sleep. And even at 1 a.m., I was like wide awake. I'm like, I can't even believe I'm not very tired. And I have not been sleeping well, which is what my doctor called me. I got to call the office back because I'm hoping for some sleeping pills. That's what I was asking him for because I'm not getting any sleep at night. Oh my gosh, I was in so much pain. I've tried not to talk about my arm today, folks. But I was in so much pain last night. I went to bed. I just couldn't get comfortable on the couch. I have a pillow under my arm. It was too high, then it was too low. I just couldn't get comfortable. I iced it. I put some cream on it. I tried CBD cream last night. And then I'm like, I'm just going to go to bed and lay down and have it resting there. And I have a pillow under my arm when I lay it flat on my back. That wasn't helping. It was still hurting. I could not get it comfortable. No matter what I did, I rolled on my side. I rested on the pillow like I do at night there. Nope, nothing was helping. I was in tears again last night. Thankfully today, it does not feel, knocking on some wood, it doesn't feel too bad. So, I mean, it's achy today, but it's not like yesterday was just unbearable. Okay, let's see. Now we're on to Amazon. So I sold 3 of these on Amazon. They are the Harry's razors. For those who have been watching, I've been selling a couple of them a week. And this is weird. Why has that one got like... Oh, okay. You know, I put the blanket on top of it and it was a little sticky here and it got like the lint from that blanket I sold earlier. So let me do my Goo Gone. Before I went live, there was a sticker on here that said it was like a $18 value or something like that. And I peeled that off because I sell these for $34 and I don't want them to complain. So I'm trying to find my paper towels. Here they are. I'll know I have mice when my paper towels have been eaten through. I noticed those holes made me think of it, but I think that's just because it got caught in something. So I use my blow dryer and it takes off the sticker a lot easier. So I did that. So I wouldn't have to do the blow dryer when I was live because I haven't been doing the blow dryer when I'm live. And instead I get, oh, Tommy's still here. I thought maybe you'd gone to bed, Tommy. And it ends up damaging the packaging if I don't use a blow dryer. Get Harry Tomato to autograph them. He was a spokesperson for them a long time ago. Was he really? For Harry's razors? Yeah, that's all right. Although, if I went on his channel and auctioned him off, I might be able to get a good penny for him because he's got a loyal following. I don't watch him. I've been really picky with who I've been watching lately. I've been trying to watch a lot of new people. I prefer the what sold videos over the haul videos. Like, I want to see what people are selling, not how they're going to source, because it doesn't do me any good to see you sourcing. I watched a video yesterday of somebody that I haven't watched in a long time. Nikki Kirk. She's an Amazon seller. I think I only watched a few minutes of her. The problem is she goes into stores, but she never shows you anything she's buying. And I'm like, you're not really learning anything unless you pay and join that group that she has. I just feel like you don't really learn anything. So I actually didn't even watch all of it. So maybe she ended up showing. In the past, she doesn't. So I don't usually watch her for very long. All right. So, and I like to watch what's sold. And I know it's hard when it comes to retail arbitrage. Like, a lot of people won't show you that, oh, look at I sold on Amazon, right? Everyone's so hush-hush about Amazon. But I look at it as, you might, like, I'll show you that, oh yeah, these are left over from last year's Christmas. And they were a slow seller, and they're starting to pick up. But most of my stuff, I think if I was a private label or if I did wholesale, then I probably would be more like not showing people, but I don't know. Because people have found that it's best not to show stuff. I've got to cut this box down. I don't have enough bubble to not cut it down, so I'm cutting it, which takes time, which I don't like to do. Maybe I won't cut the other ones. Maybe I'll just take the chance of them banging around inside the box. Because I don't have enough air pillows. Wish they made a box this size. Oh, you know what? You know who makes a box this size? Holly, who makes a box this size? I'm going to use that for the other ones. You'll see in a second if you don't know what I'm talking about. All right, so this is 1 pound, 5 ounces. So last time I probably didn't cut it down because the box is different size here. Now you are not 13, you are 9.5. So we'll just say 10. We'll just say 10. UPS would have been $8.95. Ooh, okay, guess what? That's right, box alert. Oh, that's not a big one. So I got 3. I got 3. All right, so guess what? I'm going to unbox that one and rebox it. So the difference is UPS would be $8.95. Priority mail is $9.60, which normally 65 cents wouldn't be that much for me to worry about. But since I have to go to UPS anyhow for a package I've already done, where it was $5 savings, then I'm just going to throw this in these other boxes and I'm going to go UPS with this. Yes, I do get very excited when I have a reason to use these UPS boxes. So these boxes are free from the UPS if you have a business account with the UPS. Create a business account and you can shop for their supplies. In addition to this, you can get mailing labels, 4x6 mailing labels that will work in things like the Munbian, which there's a link down below if you're interested in that printer, which is what I use. Okay. Fits nicely. No cut in a box. Look at that. Look at that. Sweet. Throw a poly over that bag. No, baby. I got this box. I do need to tape the ends. I think I might need to order more of this size. I don't use the smaller size very much because those are pretty much first class. And these boxes are really durable that they would bring it into probably like outside of first class because they're pretty heavy. So yeah, this is 1.6. So it was 1.5 when I was using the post office box. Now it's actually it's 1.7 because it's 1.6.1. But what are the dimensions? 10, 12, 3. So 12, 10, 3. Well, this is what I got it at. So, all right, we're going UPS. $8.95. Just going to Alabama. Alabama makes me think of that that Applebee's song there. For some reason, my Amazon has been outrageously slow with giving me a label. Like the label came up, but the printing of the label page hasn't come up yet. It's been very, very slow. It was like this last week also. Oh, that's right. I forgot you have a bunch you want to get rid of. I'm that way with regional boxes. Every posh goes regional. Exactly, Tommy. We were talking about that last week, and that's what I've been doing. Come on. I'm still waiting for my label. It won't let me print it. I think last week I had to exit out. Oh, I don't want to have to do this. Go back to the shipped, edit shipment, and reprint label. That's what I had to do. Wait a minute. Now, that one was going to Alabama. Oh my gosh, it's not in my it's not in my shipped yet. Where is it? It's not showing up in my shipped. Oh, here it is, way down here. I almost printed the label for the one I sold last week. It's way down at the bottom. Good thing I paid attention that it was Alabama, because that one popped up as Maryland. It's still just spinning though. You're not doing it either. Come on, print my label. Okay, how can I print you? Okay, that worked. So I made it big and then I just said print. Wondering why it's still just spinning. Why it's not working. All right. Love those boxes. I get very excited when something fits in these boxes because it always ends up solving a problem I have. So somebody was asking earlier about shipping with FBM, and in this case it is $8.65, right? They're saying how it's always $8, but normally if this would have been a 12-ounce package, it wouldn't have been $8. I think it's all in what you're shipping. Tape it, tape it. All right, let me get rid of you. Let me go back to my unshipped. I can't believe it's already 11. I've been doing this later and later, my shows, although today wasn't too bad. I was at 9. And I've noticed that the day just seems to fly by when I start later. All right, so this one is $8.95. Also, priority mail would have been $9.60. This one's going to Iowa. So might as well ship this one UPS. Again, got to go there anyhow. All right, print. Okay, so it's making me open it to be full screen. And then I have to click on the side of the label and say print. That's the only way I'm getting those to print. Now, would I sell a bunch of things that had little profit if this is all I had to do was to put together some boxes, throw it in it, print a label, and go? Absolutely. But if I had to cut down a box like I was just doing when I was trying to do it USPS, I wouldn't like that. Quick, easy, and the box don't cost me anything. Which I am definitely going to go on and order some more. Let's see. This one, oh, now this one is telling me to go priority. So this one is going to Fairbanks, Alaska. Ooh, big difference. This one is priority mail is $12.44. Yeah, UPS ground would be $29. So we will go priority mail. I'm just going to keep it in this box though. That's the cheapest, $12.44. Wow. Big difference. Hence why calculated shipping is the best way to go. This one's not calculated though. I gotta pop out. You know what, Holly? I thought that said I gotta poo before I realized it says pop when I was back here. I gotta pop out for a bit. See you later if you are still live. All right, see you later, Holly. Thanks for jumping in. Never did hear what you got at your estate sale. Okay. Got that taped up. Let's see. That one is post office. Let me put one of these. So you can get these for free from the post office. They're just tape. It's like not tape, but it's like a label tape. And so when I'm shipping with something like this, where it's a plain box and it's not a USPS box, I will throw this on it and I'll put it on like a corner. So it's hitting, in this case, 3 sides. But if you call the post office, which I haven't done, but I've been told and heard, if you call the post office, they'll actually give you priority mail tape. And as long as you use it on non-priority mail boxes, you can use it. If you use it on priority mail boxes, then I don't know. If they find out, I guess they won't give you it again. I don't know how they find out, though. I don't know. You can also get it when you order the military care packages on the USPS website for free. It comes with a roll of tape. albeit a very small roll of tape. All right, so that is that one. I think that might be it, folks. Let me just check around, see if there's anything sitting around that I haven't packaged. That was Amazon, and we've done Facebook, we did eBay, and we did Etsy. 2 items awaiting shipping still. That's because I need to, I'm going to have to cancel one. Nobody had that planner on Hannah. Damn. Oh, I don't want to have to cancel because I think I'm going to go check my cancellation rate. Ooh, my sales are down 14.9% in the last 31 days. I didn't realize they were down. Like, it didn't feel like they were down. Everything's moved around. All right, so I'm a top rated seller, and transaction defect rate is 0.33. If I hit, all right, let me figure out how do I calculate that? I'm so bad at math. So for those who are math wizards, I wish the flipping accountant was in here. He would know. So if I have 1,518 transactions, and if I divide that by 5 defects, no, that's not right. So would it have to be 5 divided by 1518? 1, 2, yeah, that gives me 329. So, all right, what did I do? I did 5 divided by 1518. Yeah. So if I did 6 divided by 1518, oh, I would still have room. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. So if I cancel, I will be at 40%, a 40% rating. So, or a 0.4. And they won't let you, once you hit 0.5, you become above standard. Oh my gosh, we're just going into Q4. I don't want to cancel this order. I can't figure out where to find another one though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cancel it. I think I might reach out to the buyer and see if I have something else they might want. Why would you ever have a defect? Because I've got to cancel something out of stock. Yeah, I could lie and say because of address, because of buyer canceled, which it's sketchy when you do that, but you could do that. This person only has 8 feedback, so they're not on. Yeah, they don't shop on eBay very much. They've been around since 07, and they've only bought 8 things. Don't ever cancel. Word on the street is just send a like item, and when they get it, refund. Yeah, but it's international. It's international. This is going to the United Kingdom. And they paid taxes on it. $9.91 in taxes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see what I can do. I'm gonna see if I have anything else that they might be able to use. Sometimes what's happened is I'll ask them if they want another option, like if I have something similar, and I've been really successful in that so far, but this one I don't think I have anything else similar to this one. Like I have no other Ray Dunn items. So if I have like let's say blue sky planner, and if I have one that's got a blue front and I have one that has a gray front, I can convince them to get the gray instead of the blue. That hasn't been a problem at all. But this one, I just don't even have this specific one anymore. And there is that one seller on eBay. I have to ship by today. So even if I bought it from them, they're on eBay, which their handling time must be really long because it says I wouldn't get it until like December 1st. So even then, I would have to convince them to send it soon. I would take a defect over a late shipment over canceling. Yeah, right. So Beth says, would you like something else or would you prefer to cancel? Right. So when they say, oh, go ahead and cancel, I will sometimes say the buyer most of the time. eBay's defect thing is just outrageous. And I understand how they don't want people to buy and then have to have a cancel, but 0.5 is not much, right? So if I'm on the verge of going to 0.5% of my orders and I've had over 1,500 orders and I've canceled 5, and that could put me into the not top rated anymore. I don't know. I mean, 0.5%. Even Amazon is like so much better. Amazon only and that's for a whole year. So if you cancel, I have a whole year I would have to go. I'm wondering, let me see what when was the latest? So one might be dropping because I think I had 3 cancellations. I think they were December 4th. Let me check and see. Let me add to stream. I don't think this is sharing anything private here. So top rated. So here I am. I've got transactions you canceled for being out of stock, 5 of them. See, it goes from November 1st of 2020. Isn't that really crazy? And then, well, let me look at the full report. So, yeah, see these 3 right here, December 4th. I remember that day. I couldn't believe it. So I did cancel one in August. I did not have the sump pump anymore. My husband took one. I had about 10 of these, and my husband took one out of our stock to make a pond pump with, and I forgot to put down the number that I had in stock, and that was the last one that sold. Yeah, this one was I think I've shared this before. I sold them on Amazon too, and they sat out there for the longest time, like a year. And then all of a sudden, people bought them on Amazon and bought them on eBay at the same time. I didn't think canceling these on eBay was good. I didn't feel like 3 out of 2,000 sales was going to impact me, but this brought me to below standard or above standard, those 3. All right, so look at, I will be having this month, I will have this one will be falling off and then those. So yeah, so if I can convince that one to not do a cancellation for out of stock, then that would be good. Yeah. They slow your sales with every defect in late shipment. It's minimal, but it adds up. I just had a late shipment on Amazon, which I don't understand. I ship every day, and somehow it said I had a late one. I don't know. Does Ray Dunn have a website you can order from? Says Laura. They don't. No. And I haven't seen them in the stores lately. They had them like in the summertime. They were selling those because they're 17-month ones. So they started at the school year. But I haven't seen any yet for 2022 only from January to December. Is top rated worth it if under 500 items store? I would think so. I think that I mean, even like Tommy said, they slow your sales with every defect. I feel like when you're top rated seller, it pushes you up. I felt like as soon as I became a top rated plus seller where I was offering free returns and 1-day handling, I felt like I got a bump at that time. I don't feel like it's staying though. I mean, I don't know. Who knows what my sales would have been if I wouldn't have done that. But I feel like it definitely bumped me up. And I'm going to keep that unless, well, 2 reasons I might get rid of my top rated plus is if my returns start to come in heavy, then I might think about it. Because it's really only saving me about $40 a month in fees. So I'm not sure if it's really worth it for $40. If my cost of returns of the shipping of the returns is higher than that, then I probably will think twice about it. But it also is a heavy time of year where people are buying stuff. And then the other thing is today when I couldn't find something besides this one, I had another item that's at my mom's. And I'm like, okay, now I got to go all the way to my mom's, which is a 35-minute drive. And pick that up and get back here and ship it before the end of the day. And which actually, I think I might bring a box. Oh, I won't be able to. I'll have to come back here and print the label. But I'm going to have to, hey, good morning, Glenn. I'm going to have to run out there today where if I could have extended my handling time to back to 2 days, or I've been 3 days. All summer I was 3 days, which I loved. But I said, you know what, let's just go and see for Q4 how it plays out doing 1 day handling and in the free returns and getting that top rated plus. But I'm here now. I'm not going to be doing much traveling because it's Q4 and I don't want to have to package large amounts of packages in 1 day. I'd rather ship every day and do it like that. So that's why I changed that, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hey, General, thank you. He said he or she said so they'll watch all my videos when they have time. I love to see another fellow New Yorker in here. All right, I think that's it, folks. That is all I have. I just got to do this, but I got to go grab the other item first and package up. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make pretend I'm packaging it and print a label and have everything ready to go. So when I get to my mom's, I can drop it off at the post office because my post office will be closed. So I'm going to have to go to a different post office. I don't want to have to come back here and then go all the way back out, but I'll get that done. That is it. I will see you guys on Wednesday. As of right now, I plan on doing my show Wednesday, but for those that weren't around at the beginning, I was asking for prayers for my father-in-law. So if anybody's does prayers, my father-in-law's name is Tony. He had a heart attack last week. He had pain. We went over and helped him move from Vermont, and he was having pain while we were packaging and stuff. Right after his closing, he went to the ER and they said, yeah, you've been having a heart attack. So he's still having pain, even though they replaced one of his stents and put a new stent in, and he's still having pain. And I would just appreciate anybody who could keep him in your thoughts and your prayers, that he gets a speedy recovery. He's not a spring chicken at 81 years old. So it just makes me more nervous when he has issues and he's being older and stuff. So, and they're still in Vermont and they're moving over here. We got all their stuff moved into their house, but they're not over here yet for it. So kind of a bummer. All right, everybody, have a great week. And hopefully I will see you guys on Wednesday. And good luck with your sales. Keep at it. Alrighty, bye.